Morning.
Morning, guys.
Morning.
Morning, everyone.
Hello.
Good boy. The gift that keeps on giving, eh?
Jeez, it's actually it's painful to watch, man. I feel so bad for his family.
Yeah. I mean, look, the guys.
He's got
It's
his wife's
completely
still
off
with
the rails.
him. His kids.
I mean,
Shame,
I mean,
this
this
is all so public. It's fucking terrible.
Yeah,
So
but you know,
embarrassing.
can I like to be honest, like the guy's his own worst enemy. The guy's self-destructing. I mean, you in an affair. That's cool. Like people all end up in affairs. Like you know, I'm not going to excuse it, but I can you know like it's not unusual. But in an affair, you raise money. You then go high as a kite to the guy's house and try and steal your car back when you know stealing your car back is actually a criminal offense. Like it's like you know that. Like, if
He was cooking.
I mean, like honestly, like I can feel sorry for you to a point, and then I can say, look, you actually are your own worst enemy. There's nothing I can do to help you. You know?
Yeah, I see it. Ivan's covering the story now.
Yeah, George covered it also today.
Yeah, like he's actually not there anymore. Like he needs to go into a hospital and get help. He's not mentally there anymore.
Morning, guys.
Yeah, I think it's just substance abuse. I think when you're on substance
I
abuse,
don't think he's been mentally there for a while. Hey, I don't think he. You could see.
Yeah,
You could
like
see
that's exactly what it looks like when someone goes off the deep end.
You could see when he did that video when he was standing on the balcony there, announcing that he was back and launching a new show. You could see he wasn't right.
Yeah, I mean, he had like one or two. He had 1 or 2 days of remorse when he made the video with his wife. Shame. I feel sorry for his wife because she's probably she's got kids with him. Number one, number two, probably financially she's very reliant on him. And and now she's caught in this humiliating situation, like where the guy's basically caught with Cassie in the back of his car. Yeah, I don't know.
Shame, man.
Yeah, not great.
I did laugh.
Yeah.
Did laugh. I don't feel great about it, but I did have a good chuckle.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Let's just wait for everybody and then start.
How was yesterday? How was the fast?
I mean, the boredom is what kills you. The food and water is nothing, but the boredom, and especially yesterday it rained, so you couldn't walk anywhere, you couldn't do anything. Like it was just you're just basically lay in bed for the whole day. That's literally what I did.
Yeah, it's terrible, man. They're blocking the rain. The rain's doing some serious damage. Like roads are closed now. I couldn't go up.
Yeah, my drains in my house flooded. So it was bad. Like all the drains, because the whole city basically flows through my house, kind of thing. Because we're on the hill, so all the water gets absorbed into our drains. So I mean, our drains went, and then because of the overflow, like the electricity started going. It's terrible. But it's finished now. That's it. I think summer's here. I think from now on it's summer.
I hope so. I heard someone say that it's not going to get above 24 degrees Celsius until like end of November, beginning of December.
24 is hot for Cape Town. 24, even like in summer, like Cape Town, 24, 25 is hot. It's very hot.
Okay. Well, Wolf Corp then, eh? Wolf Corp next month. Let's go.
I'm booking today, bro. I'm going in. I'm booking. First thing on my task list is to go and book a Wolf Corp. First thing.
Favorite party of the year. Let's do it.
Yeah. First thing on my task list is to go and book Wolf Corp. Yeah. Okay, guys, let's go. Whoever's here is here. Whoever's not here, sorry for them. Yeah. So I missed the day yesterday. It doesn't seem like I missed much. I looked at that. I listened to the content that was out there today. It didn't seem like I missed too much. I mean, other than Michael sailing.
Yeah, you didn't miss a lot, just to get a recap on the economic calendar. We've got a couple of things like Powell is speaking on Thursday. We've got US initial jobless claims and the Fed data coming in. So that's the whole economic calendar. Other than that, nothing much was happening yesterday. We saw MicroStrategy acquiring some Bitcoin. So it would be good to see, if in all the purchases, how price goes down when MSTR buys and what happens to the volatility. So we can look into that. And there
But
was another
I
hack.
don't think,
Yeah.
hold on. I don't think that he's buying with any strategy in mind in terms of timing the market. I think he's just buying whenever he gets money. Like whenever he's got money, he buys. He doesn't care about it.
Yeah.
Two things on that.
He's not using a chart.
His average price was 27K, and like the price was barely over 27K for those 6 weeks that he was apparently buying. So his execution is really poor, first of all. And second of all, remember he raised 750 million. So this is probably just part of that. And he did explicitly say that he's going to buy Bitcoin with it. So I would say expect more of these buys. I think he raised it about 2 or 3 months ago. And that's the first 150 million he's used. So he's still, in theory, has $600 million left. I don't know if it's all going to go into Bitcoin, but he did say he was going to buy Bitcoin with it.
Yep. One thing we can see in this story is that, he's learning from the mistakes. So at 52,000, he bought $1 billion worth, and now he's doing small purchases. So learning from the mistakes.
No, but he had much more money. No, he had much more money back then. He had much more money back then. Also, you don't know if he's raised the full 700 million. He said he's going to raise 700 million. He might be raising it in tranches.
Yeah.
So saying like, I think these assumptions that you guys are jumping to are not real assumptions. I think Michael Saylor doesn't give a shit whether he's on 26,500 or 27,000. He's thinking $1 million of Bitcoin. He's got very, very, very cheap leverage. He doesn't give a fuck about like $1,000 here and $1,000 there. Like, he just doesn't give a shit. That's his attitude. He's saying at $1 million, I'm not going to remember whether I bought it 27 or 28,000.
Yeah, I think he's got like a 30-year outlook.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter to him. I don't think you can jump to any of those conclusions.
Yeah. So yesterday we saw Mixin hack as well. That was a big hack, I guess 200 million, right? If I'm not wrong about the figure. Today we saw STX suffered a hack as well. So loss of 5,000 Ethereum, which is worth of 8 million. And then we saw, another thing coming up, which said, okay, just 9 months from the beginning of 2023, and there have been 298 hack events occurred with the total amount money being lost, which is almost $2 billion. So this is something to be worried about and, talk about as well, because CZ yesterday said that anything that says decentralized is not decentralized. He wrote on Twitter as well. So we can talk about this.
Yep.
Sorry, what do you mean everything is decentralized is not decentralized?
So he said that Mixin is not decentralized. People think it was decentralized, and anything that claims to be decentralized is not 100% decentralized. So people should know that. People should be aware of that.
Yeah, well, that's what I've been saying for a long time. Like, you think you're dealing with a decentralized protocol, but you're not. Yeah, the thing is that I don't think really people care, to be honest. Like, I don't think that.
No, I don't think they give. I don't think they give an F, to be completely honest.
No, I don't give
I've got a quick question. Wasn't Huobi hacked for 8 million, not FTX?
No, HTX. So the name is changed now.
GTX, yeah. Oh, sorry, HTX.
HTX. Yeah, the name is changed. So yesterday we were talking about another story.
Adam Cochran says that Huobi is actually insolvent again. They've only got 131,000 ETH and they're supposed to have 200,000 ETH, something along those lines.
Yep. Claims to have $200 million in ETH, and DeFi Lama and multiple sources only show they have $113 million. And then it's the USDT position, which is the main one. They say on their reserves that they have 624 million, but all of these places that aggregate all the exchange wallets only have 120 million USDT. So yeah, it's weird. And to think that a hacker would steal such a round number of 5,000 ETH, I don't know, and then he goes and offers them 400K and a job at HTX. Just stay as far away from Justin Sun as you can.
Yesterday, we were talking about the Ethereum story, so I'll quickly give a recap of that. Yesterday, so 2 days back, JP Morgan came with a negative report for Ethereum, said the Shanghai update was not worth it, and it was of no use. There was no good thing in that whole upgrade. Second, then we have with Vitalik, who's basically selling Ethereum, and there is a pattern he's been selling from past couple of months. Then Vitalik also came out and said that, CBDCs are really bad and they are, making the world centralized, more and more centralized. So after this, today we are seeing Ethereum options at all-time high ahead of the futures ETF decision for Ethereum. So all of this,
So what conclusion are you drawing from this?
So it's basically what I'm saying is that, now we can see centralized system going against Ethereum and not going against Bitcoin. And Vitalik is also answering, right? He's also giving some answers.
I don't understand, but what's the conclusion?
There's no conclusion right now, just trying to connect the dots, but there should be something if more news comes out.
Yeah, it was just a recap from from
I
yesterday.
mean, the fact that Vitalik's selling $2 million or $3 million worth of ETH when the guy earns over $1 billion worth of ETH is nothing. I mean, that's nothing. It's not even a story, right? If you were selling 80% of his holdings, maybe something to be discussed. The guy's selling, I think, $1.5 million of ETH. So that's not a discussion, right?
He's just done it multiple times over the last couple of weeks / months.
Yeah, but what percentage?
Yeah,
again,
there's a guy.
We had a discussion with the Nvidia CEO selling. So, like, the guy selling less than 1% of his holdings. What do you want the guy to hold forever? Diamond hands, not live, not eat, not buy cars, not buy houses, not help your parents. Just basically, you're saying just hold diamond hands. Like, you've got to be realistic here. Like, I'm all for connecting the dots, but the dots have got to be reasonable. Like, we can't be connecting bullshit dots and coming up with crazy theories.
He's certainly not selling to buy food, that's for sure.
Well, you don't know. Maybe he's buying a house. Maybe he's buying his dad. He's not liquidating his position. You know what I mean? He's not getting out of it.
I mean, like, it's tiny now.
Exactly. So yeah, I mean, to say that, let's try and link them. That's I think a little bit irresponsible.
Also, the Shapella upgrade, it was a great update. I don't know what JP Morgan's coming down to. Like, I didn't read the report, but if you look at the Shapella upgrade, after that, the ETH staking percentage has gone up from 15% to 22 or 23% now, which is 100%. Kind of creating a new.
I read the JP Morgan paper. Their biggest criticism is that the ETH supply has been reduced. We want the ETH supply to be reduced. Like, hello, that's what we want. That's why we did it. So I mean, like you got to read these things and actually be critical of mainstream finance and like understand these guys are honestly, like, it's a joke. Honestly,
they don't get crypto like most of the crypto native people get it.
Yeah, fucking joke.
There's actually a couple of things about the report by JP Morgan. The first thing is the guy who wrote it, Nicholas. He's the same guy who was shilling Terra, and even in that article, he compared Ethereum with Terra and Binance and Avalanche and Solana. So I mean, I think it's a joke. I don't think we have to take it too seriously.
Yeah, agree. What else? So what else is going on?
Wait, have you seen?
Why is the government potentially shutting down? What's the reason why the government's potentially shutting down?
Well, because they can't come to an agreement around the bill.
Yeah, and also, so government shutdown basically happens when the funds are, depleting, and they have to basically call something like an emergency and say that, oh, okay, until the end of this fiscal year, we won't be doing any more spending. It will be not under the government, but under the monetary system now on what to do. So if the shutdown happens, the dollar is going to go up. It is already going up. This is the 11th consecutive green week for dollar, and yeah. But the good part is that Bitcoin is not going down.
Dollar's at 106, and the US JPY is at nearly 150 again, which is exactly where we were talking about it at 147. It's now nearly at 150 again, where they interjected last time. So
yeah,
my God, this dollar.
Also, Moody is the only credit rating agency which has not downgraded US government until now. But they said yesterday that they will if US shutdown happens.
Yeah, but the latest developing story is the Senate and the Democrats are in a near deal to avoid the government shutdown. So I think we might have to watch the story as it develops.
drawing conclusions because shutdown might be too premature.
Yeah. So yeah, until now, yeah, there is no conclusion, but we'll wait for it. Surely.
Yeah. Okay. What else?
The you put something in yesterday on the SEC basically drawing concerns over Coinbase's involvement in the Celsius bankruptcy, and I saw that Paul, I think his name's Grewal, came out and basically responded, saying like, I wonder why the SEC is drawing concerns, and we look forward to taking the bankruptcy under our order and all this sort of stuff. So this is probably just another area of attack for the SEC on Coinbase, doing whatever they can. It just seems bizarre that they're not happy with Coinbase as a fully public US trading company, basically being involved in Celsius, and the SEC just aren't too happy with it. Probably because they have a legal case going on, obviously, but yeah, we can't really draw any dots or make any conclusions here. But it's just it's odd that they're coming out and saying that they're raising concerns on Coinbase as well.
I mean, isn't that what they're supposed to do?
Why would they?
Josh, my Banter Bubbles website's not working. Josh.
Okay, so please send me the screenshot of what the error is. For me, it's working just fine.
Come and have a look on my desktop.
Yeah, same. It's working for me as well.
Okay, let's carry on. What else? So what else is happening?
So tomorrow we have Gary Gensler's hearing in front of Patrick McHenry. So that's gonna be some popcorn stuff. So yeah.
I wonder, will McHenry ask questions that he asked last time, like trying to get him some answers on ETH and some answers on ETFs and stuff. I think that could be quite interesting if he does.
Yeah, but before that, the Coinbase story about Celsius assets, right? The take is that the SEC is kind of hindering the Celsius assets to be distributed among its investors. So I kind of think that the SEC might be hindering the actual asset being given back to the shareholders or even the public itself. So it's not just disrupting the Coinbase role in this, but even preventing the actual funds and assets being going out to the regular holders or the people who deserve this.
Okay, good point. Yeah, apart from that, Jesus, it's all BitBoy.
Yeah, problem is we can't do BitBoy because by the time we get there, we're going to be third in line. We're going to be, we're going to be the last people. There's going to be zero reason to watch a show.
I still think you get more views doing BitBoy than a market thing, though. Like, I just still feel like I looked at my feed this morning. It was literally that's all people were talking about. I don't know. I just feel like if we go with a market thing, it'll just flop. I'm just scarred after today. So.
Yeah, I mean, if there's nothing happening,
just shows where this market's at. If everyone's hyping about fucking BitBoy going to jail, I mean, with all the hype around it, it's got zero market meaning whatsoever, right?
Well, I mean, like you could use that as a different spin because everyone is posting about the downfall of him, etc. So if you are to post it, then you can, I guess, put on a more positive spin about, what we need to pay attention to in the space, what we can be using this time for.
It's not what people are going to tune in for. It's not what people are going to tune in for. I mean, let's be realistic.
I thought you're saying trying to put a positive spin on the BitBoy thing. I have a feeling that his wife didn't know that Cassie was in the car, even though he said.
No, she didn't. She didn't know. And that's why it was
he was so reluctant to say it, and then he also
he had a weapon.
She didn't know. Yeah, she definitely didn't know.
She didn't know. He had a weapon, and someone said cocaine as well. I don't know if that's true, but I mean that's what I saw.
Yeah,
he did say something when he was getting searched. When he was getting searched, I can't remember. I think he said something. He's like, "Yeah, there's something in the back of my pocket," or can't remember. Fuck. Shame, bro.
Has anyone got the full video? Because the videos apparently been made private. So there is a 1.5.
Yeah, there's plenty
It's
of
off
them
YouTube.
around.
But I've seen, I think
but
I
that's
saw
only the
someone say
1.5
full clip.
minutes.
Yeah,
there's someone
on the
on
Newsroom.
Twitter that
The
took the whole
37-minute ones are around.
Yes, yeah, on Twitter.
Okay, we should try and find one of those. Because the ones we have are not.
Yeah,
so was his daughter there or not? Because they said that he'd just come back from his daughter at tennis. So was she there too, or what?
No, it was him and Cassie in the car, and went to try and get his Lamborghini back, and basically live streamed it all. That's
Yeah, so there was a video of him knocking at the door and then running away. I guess, and everyone saw that one.
yeah, that was I don't really know why he was running away.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. Unless Carlos came out of the house with a gun, I don't know.
I've been speaking to Carlos actually. I spoke to him this morning. So he's gonna I asked him to come on the show today. Let's see. He said maybe him and TJ will come on. I don't know. I'm waiting for him to get back to me. I think he's apparently a big fan of the show. I don't know who the guy is, but he's apparently a big fan of the show.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, pretty
Well,
bad.
that would be
Didn't put a bit out there for.
Yeah.
Are you happy we didn't support him now, Ram?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I am. Probably a good call not to support him, but he's just on a self-destruct.
I mean,
he came back.
Yeah.
He came back like they said, "Oh, this is a new Ben. We're going to be more responsible. We're going to be this. We're going to be that." Fucking 3 days later, he's trying to steal back his car
with the gun.
Yeah.
With a gun and a mistress. I mean, fuck. Like, how dumb are you? You know what I mean?
And narcotics.
Fucking legend.
Fucking legend. Gun and a mistress. That's the story. Yeah.
Quick question: Did the Moon Call change the name of his channel to Carl Rudfeld Vlogs? Is it just a rebrand?
No, he's got two. He's got two.
Two channels. Two channels. This is
Yeah,
his
he's got
vlogging.
two. And I don't know if I was incorrect, but I saw yesterday that he had other people presenting on his channel. So I don't know if he's starting to get other presenters.
Yes. It's
Yeah,
the whole thing of this, yeah.
Yeah, quite
They're
interesting.
all trying to copy us. All of them are trying to copy us, man.
He's getting 80k views on his vlogs, 160k views a month ago.
His vlogs are amazing.
Yeah, but I spoke to him. He's like so demotivated about it. He's like, there's no point. They don't get him any conversions. Don't get him nothing. Like, he's on the verge of pulling it. And I'm like, no, bro, keep going. Like, he's like very demotivated about it. He said it doesn't really do anything.
You know what?
It doesn't convert.
If you live in Dubai, the guys that live in a crazy lifestyle. It's all about money and stuff like that. Like, if you look like Thomas Crowler, same thing. It's like it's the lifestyle in Dubai. The lifestyle in Dubai, if you can live that lifestyle, it's very good for content. Because you basically live in Disneyland for adults. So it's very good for making content.
Yeah.
They all have drivers, they all have Maybachs, they all have they all hop from place to place. It's
I
very,
went
very
out for
small.
dinner one night with Imran and I was with Da Vinci and Carl, and he gets into his Bugatti. And then he gets a driver to drive his Maybach in front of him because he doesn't like using the maps on his phone. So his driver drives in front of him to give him directions.
And he doesn't have Waze. He doesn't have Waze in the Bugatti. So I saw a video on that, Miles. He's mad.
So Bugatti doesn't even have Bluetooth. Doesn't even have an aux cable, a Bugatti.
Yeah, I must say, look,
That's crazy.
I must say, like, I'll be honest with you, I think that kind of content is genius, because to the average person, that's the best content that right now. I watch Thomas Crowder's content. I hate it, but there is a massive target market that are very, very, very gung ho on that kind of content. You know,
No, it's the
and
dream.
he's playing
bro.
it fucking
Basically,
well.
Basically, showing people the dream. Like,
yeah, he's playing it fucking well now. He's got this like secret crypto strategy that he's going to reveal that bought him a Lambo. You know. He's like, everyone's losing money, but I've got a secret crypto strategy, and this secret crypto strategy's bought me a Lambo. You know what I mean? Like, he's being very, very, very smart. Very smart. Yeah. So, I mean, look, I'm not like, I can't make that content. I never will make that content. I'd rather die before.
Yeah, it's like not in our blood, bro, for us to to go that
Well,
route.
Sheldon, I don't know, bro. I think you.
It's in my blood if I had a few more millions.
no, I
just don't have the money yet, bro. When I have the money, I'll do it.
I think you and Ree, bro. I think you and Ree like feeding each other on a bed full of money. That's Strawberries with cream. I think it could be good, bro.
Do it, Shelby.
Yeah, I'll try.
Take one for the team.
Okay, I'll try.
Come to Dubai, Sheldon. We'll film a few vlogs. You can pay for everything, and I'm happy to be in them.
That's
Okay,
why I think.
no problem.
I think people love that. You know, it's not just like seeing people buy expensive shit. I think people are interested in other people's lives, like the actual lifestyle and, you know, how they go about their days. I personally think that the kind of the reality show side should be.
Yeah, we're gonna
should be on a separate channel. We should put a lot of resources into building that as a lifestyle channel.
No, we got it. A little bit of teething problems now, but this is going to be the biggest thing in crypto. Like, it's going to be massive. It's a little bit more real. Like, these guys are showing money and stuff, but we're going to show them like what it really takes. You know what I mean? The realness of it all, and you know, the goods, the bad.
I've said this before, but I watch a few watch retailers channels, and they've been doing this type of thing for quite a while, and their conversion actually, or they claim that their conversion of it is quite good. Or was quite good in the watch bull market. So I think this type of content is king, especially on YouTube.
Ours is different. It's more real. It's not just like flashy, you know what I mean?
No. They're showing the back end of a watch business, also building $1 billion watch business.
Okay, amazing.
So it's also like an office type vibe, and while the product is obviously flashy, but it's comparable to what you guys are doing, and they're on like season 8 already, or season 9. So it's clearly great content to put out on YouTube.
It's amazing, and you know what? Like, the users will see the channel like shift now, because the channel is shifting slightly to like a new sort of method, and then they get to see the whole build-up of how it happened. You know, they get to see like the slight arguments, and then the bringing together, and like it was weird. We hit like a little bit disruptiveness the beginning of Singapore. And it was all like, okay, what's going on? There was like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And then all of a sudden we just came together, and we were like super motivated. And we were up meeting every single day, building. It was like great to see how it like brought us together again. And now we come back and we have a vision. But I also get to see how tired we were.
I was thinking.
You were tired. You were tired.
Yeah, I was thinking of the name for it, Holding Banter. I don't know if that rings for anyone. So Holding Banter.
I think it's a bit boring. Not to be rude. I think it needs to be more like, for instance, like Drive to Survive. Like, it's way more compelling. You know what I mean? Survive is like quite a strong word. So we're going to find something that's like a bit more of a pull.
Well, and like Survive instinctively triggers off survival, like rather than like Drive to Thrive is maybe a little bit more.
Yeah. What about Banter?
Like
what about Banter
engaging.
Uncensored?
That's good. Yeah, you need something like, because we do play like a very much survival game, right? So it's a game where you have to stay on top, where you get swallowed up, and we saw many, influencers get swallowed up. Yeah, I think let's put big thoughts on it, right?
Yeah, definitely. The words will matter for sure. Like, just from what they trigger off from like an instinctual basis that like subconsciously people don't really pay attention to, but you say a certain word and they will just have a habitual response to it. So like,
like if we, if we wanted to work the
propaganda marketing at its finest, really. That's why they get paid to do that sort of stuff, because it's all subliminal. What happens?
We should all bring suggestions to the Friday meeting.
Yeah, but Thomas Fuller's show is most about the factor. He brings in his wife, shows off Dubai, the jet flights, the golden Phantom Rolls Royce and all that. So it's more kind of a showbiz, actually. It's not just most about the trading. And he had 2 shows, the trading shows, trading reality shows, which he brought participants from around the globe and had them participate in the trading competition as well. and he had associated with Bybit and all that. So it's more of a jazz and show off and glamour and glitterati and all in that. So I think that's the hip kind of a show which he's focused on actually. And coming back to crypto banter, I think we're more focused on the reality side of it. With not much of boom factor though, of course.
I mean, whichever way you go, about it, if you want to keep the focus based on, things that make sense for you in terms of like morals and ethics and what it is that you want to display, then you have to sprinkle in parts of what it is that the other people are doing, because you need both of them together.
Well,
like we need to.
Sorry, go for it.
No, I was saying we got to have something more like compelling about our journey. Like, for instance, like should be called like
a
billion or zero. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
exactly.
We're trying to build a $1 billion company, and we're showing people how we're doing it and what it takes in order to actually build something at this magnitude.
That's why I thought building banter. But I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but you gotta like it's. I like that, like building $1 billion. Like we just gotta find the words that do it. But it's. Yeah, it's banter. Building banter is amazing, but we also want to emphasize how big we wanting to build banter. You know what I mean? Like how big we're actually taking this thing.
Yeah. Building banter.
So I mean, basically, you sort of use the words, I guess, and a little bit of like flashy stuff to bring them into what the real part of it is. I mean, that's.
Also, we can
you know,
a
lot of these companies, they do like documentaries later on when these things were built. You know, imagine Elon building one of the companies, and you had like live footage of him doing it as it's happening, and as he's building it, and things like that. And that's why I think we did. Did you
guys reshoot some of the content yesterday? Did you guys reshoot some of the interviews?
Yeah, we are busy on it. Are you at the office now, Ron?
But was there shooting yesterday? Did you guys reshoot the stuff that we didn't shoot before?
We didn't shoot fully. Ali was busy editing majority of the morning. But yeah, so I'm coming in today, and we're going to be shooting, yes.
Okay, I'm quite worried. Like we need to get a team, and we need to get this, because it feels a bit amateurish. I've got to be honest. Like the way we're doing it, we need to get this thing done properly.
No, we will.
Yeah. It feels a bit like, I don't know, it feels amateurish, like shooting without, like not even testing audio when we shot. I mean, that's like, honestly.
Yeah, so audio was shot on the cameras, but it wasn't shot the exact because he had the mic with him. Yeah, so yeah, that won't happen again. Obviously, it was a second episode, and it was us in 2 different places. So we've been through the hurdles of both now.
Yeah, but like the thing is, if we're gonna do it, it's got to be consistent content, right? Like we can't be doing like we should be filming. The problem is that we're not filming this week's drama for this week. We're already 3 weeks behind. You know what I mean? Like we're not filming.
I think he shot some stuff regarding the like rover tweets and stuff yesterday, and then he was doing some editing. But yeah, Sheldon, you and the whole team should be in today. We should like make sure that place is packed with everyone. And
so it's just super reliant on Ali at the moment, and there's a lot on him. So that's where the fall behind is coming. Like he shot all the content that side, and he's got to edit every single video. Like it's crazy. We're gonna just get the weight of him so that he can direct. Ali needs to direct, and he needs to edit. That's his main goal. But cool. I'll be in there now in the next few minutes, and we'll chat.
Cool. All right, cool. What else, guys?
Ren, just quickly, in terms of like coming up with the name for that show that you're doing, why is it important to you that you're doing that? The 0 to $1 billion. Why is it important to you?
What do you mean? Why is it important for me to build the business? Or?
Why? Yeah. Why is it important for you to show it?
Why is it important for me to show it?
Yeah.
Because I think it makes us bigger than crypto. I think it creates content that's not related to crypto. It's about building a business.
Right, and why is that important to you?
Because we want to. One of the objectives we set out in the beginning of the year was to be bigger than crypto, to be bigger than just crypto people.
Right, but why is it important to you to be bigger than just crypto people?
because I think we can be. I think it's something that we just set out to do because we think we can be bigger than crypto. We can be the biggest in crypto, but we can also be bigger.
The logic was we need a bigger pool of users. That's like the
yeah. But I guess
logic,
my point in asking you the same question over and over again is to get to why for you, like what is
we
your
want more
why?
users from other
bigger,
niches and we want to bring them into crypto.
Yeah, but it's bigger than just that you think that you can do that. Like, why is it really important to you in terms of like your message, your vision? Like, why that?
No,
to
like
you
it's
personally?
to be the only company out there to show them the truth of what it really takes, to show them what we really go through on a daily basis, to show them that we put our everything into really changing people's lives, and they just see one version of us on the shows. They don't know what it really takes for us to make this all happen. So to show them the reality of it and to show them the truth of it, and you know what I mean? And we just feel that's going to bring a whole nother respect from the audience, and it's going to bring a whole nother sense of loyalty because they're going to understand we really got their fucking back, and we try everything we can every day to help them. And I think it's just going to show that side, and that's where I think it gels, like it just all comes together.
Exactly. So like that's massive. Like even just hearing you say that, like I personally get like the like sort of the chills or like the goosebumps, because that's what it takes. So that's where the message comes from. That's the why. It's bigger than anything else. It's a mission. So when you're coming up with the name for the show or how it is that you would like to describe it, if we're able to find a way that puts it in that fashion, like that's big. That's bigger than anything else.
No, it's massive. A lot of people hide these things. We're putting our balls on the platter every day. We're showing the world.
Like crazy. That's a legacy
guys, I've got a meeting here which starts in 9 minutes. Can we just go pivot back to content for today's show? I'm just trying to make sure we have content here.
Well, I mean, there's no one really covered the hacks over the weekend, or I didn't see too much.
No one cares.
That. It's not.
Exactly. No one cares, honestly.
I mean, honestly, it's just pretty much BitBoy at the moment.
Yeah, but again, I say, the problem is with BitBoy. The BitBoy is not a full show. Number one. Number two. Number one is not a full show. Number two, we're going to be the third people to cover it, so there's going to be very little reason to tune in. So I think let's park that and let's move forward, as opposed to just rehashing old ideas.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty dry. It is pretty dry.
I mean, how much information do we have on this government shutdown that's supposedly in a few days from now? How much of that can we cover? How much of that can we turn into a story? I mean,
so I mean, like it's just it says the chances are like 86% of a shutdown.
How many times has it happened before? What did the market do when it happened?
So the market impact was negative when they did shut down.
So every time the shutdown happens, there are some downgrades in the country from different credit agencies. And now we are seeing Moody's as well saying the same. So we can talk about the shutdown. We can talk about that Moody's the only one which has US government at the top of the table, but it can, come down. At the same time, we can connect DXY. We can connect the Dixie, which is going up, straight up. And, this is going to be bad because inflation increases as well if it happens. So yeah, we can connect all of this.
When was the last time it happened?
Need to check that. I don't want to be wrong here.
I think that was during the Donald Trump era, the 35 days lockdown, which literally saw this being downgraded, I guess. We could check on that. But apart from that, Jamie Dimon came out saying that 7% interest rate in US could actually push the US economy into a recession. So I think
he said it can happen as well.
Aren't we only on 5 now? He's implying 8 more increases.
Yeah. He says that 7% is it is not far-fetched. Like it can happen, and we can reach a stagflation now if that happens. So the odds are there, right? I think they are just overdoing this thing. So
So there's been 21 federal government shutdowns in the last 5 decades. The most recent one was 2019 under Trump.
Okay.
December 18th until January 2019 is a 35 days, the longest in history. That was due to demands for funding the wall along US and Mexico border. And then, I mean, if you want, you can back check those dates and then see what happened to the market on those days as well.
Yeah, but one big thing coming out of that is that, actually the US government shuts down the most of the economic data, or the key metrics won't be released. It's going to be held back. So the market is going to be in doldrums, completely clueless as to, where it's going to be headed. So I think that's
what I meant to say. If the government shutdown happens, obviously CPI, job data, all of those numbers gets halted. There's no monthly economic data numbers if this actually happens, which kind of puts the market in a bit of like, the market gets lost.
Also, there is no FOMC this month, so.
Well, there's just been one, so the next one's going to be what, 1 December, I think, or what's sort of 1 November?
Yeah, November is going to be one, which is going to be a hike. So that's what everyone's predicting right now. That's what Fed said.
Where do you get that? Because according to the numbers, there's no hike.
Yeah, by probability it says no hike, but Fed said that this year we can have another rate hike.
Okay.
Yep. So if
there's
there is another rate hike,
but hold on, there's 2 more meetings this year.
Yes, and one of them can have a rate hike if there is, if there is no meeting in November.
Sorry, where did the Fed say there's going to be another rate hike this year?
This was during the
Powell
FOMC
said it in his
minutes.
press conference.
Yeah.
He didn't say this year.
He said there should be another rate hike.
You're saying that the dot plot showed by the end of this year, 12 out of the 19 officials thought that we were going to have one more rate hike sometime this year.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
But he also said in one of the questions, he said we're not ruling out another rate hike.
Yeah, we know there's another. We know he's keeping his options open for rate hike. I just want to know where you got the information that it's going to be this year. If it is, it can be 1 November or 13 December.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and right now the probabilities for both are 34% for December and 18% for November. Yeah.
Their market pricing.
Okay, so this is a little bit left of field, but Donald Trump usually, gets pretty decent views. He is publicly supporting the government shutdown for October 1st, which is interesting. So he's all for it, and the last time it happened, obviously, was under him. I mean, whether or not we could spin a little something around that story and Donald, just completely thrown at left field.
Okay, listen, guys, I gotta jump to a meeting. My meeting is outside here. I'm gonna leave you guys on the call. I think it's a very, very, very risky strategy to rest on BitBoy again, because we will be the third, and there's really nothing more we're going to be able to add to the story. So if we're going to rely on a BitBoy story, I think it's a very risky strategy. But I've got to jump. I've got a meeting that's here. You guys can carry on. Don't have to stop the call because of me. I'm just saying I think it's a very risky strategy. So I think you should maybe try and come up with something else before you guys end the call. Cool. Okay. I don't jump there because I've got someone here. Try guys.
So Joe, we have Suzu tweeting philosophy again.
Did he?
Yeah, he just started tweeting again.
Oh God.
I think we're gonna have to. I'm sorry, but I don't know. I don't want to infiltrate your show tile planning and stuff, but I think what's riskier is running with a crypto tile. Like I feel like BitBoy is just like the easy views. Just my opinion.
Yeah, same. We'll probably
like I just can't see how we could possibly spin a narrative today that will outperform BitBoy. The trick with BitBoy though would be going for something slightly different. So don't just like say BitBoy this. Like we would just need to like change the angle a bit. If we can do that, then I think we use them.
Yeah. Look, I don't think we're going to get anything else out of this call, so we'll just have our mini call and see if we can come up with anything, and then Fred and Caden hopefully
Hey,
can.
I just posted a few posts on Binance in the group. I don't think like anybody's talking about this, but like I mean, amidst this bear, they've resumed operations in Belgium. They're partnering up with the largest financial institution in Japan to launch a stablecoin. I think that's fairly bullish, and I don't think anyone's covered that yet. So I mean, even if BitBoy is going to be the poster, the clickbait of the video, we can have a section on this. I don't think it's a bad idea.
What was the stablecoin thing? Sorry, I missed that.
Yeah, so it's three things actually. One of it is that they're reopening services in Belgium. I think earlier this year they were forced to close because of AML laws, and I mean they're back up. And the second thing is they're partnered up with the largest financial institution in Japan to plan a stablecoin offering in Japan. And the third thing is they've been appreciated by the Korean National Police Agency or something. So they've given a certification of appreciation to Binance. I think this is around security for, well, I actually put the article up. I haven't gotten a chance to read that yet.
Okay.
So there's a lot to cover on Binance as well.
Nice. That's good. Yeah, we can make a mini section of that. Okay, let's call this here, and then we'll try to come up with something different, but no doubt we'll probably revert to BitBoy from a tile perspective. But from a stories perspective, yeah, we can do one on Binance, one on government shutdown, one on BitBoy. There's a few. We'll come up with it. So yeah, I suppose we'll see you tomorrow, same time, and we'll go from there.
Joe, don't forget we've got Ethereum death cross that's going to happen in the next day or two, eh?
ETH, yeah. Okay. Nice. That's good for the intersection. Okay, that's good. Thank you for that.
So that's obviously going to impact altcoins, and it obviously puts the entire, because I mean we had death cross on Bitcoin a while ago. Now we've got death cross on ETH.
Yep.
We just checked it, Craig. We're actually having a bit of an issue with Sheldon Show because the death cross already happened in the start of September.
No, just the 50, it might be the weekly, 50 weekly and 200 weekly.
Okay.
Okay, which is bigger than the daily. Sorry, I'm not at my charts right now, but it's definitely there. Let's have a look.
Okay.
Okay, nice.
I will. Thanks.
Can you see it, Joe, or not?
I'm gonna look now. 1 sec. Daily happened. Weekly. Yeah, weekly is sort of. Yeah, it's tough to say. Yeah, weekly, like it hasn't happened, but it's thereabouts on the weekly.
So then it's probably not days away. It's probably by the end of the week.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. Okay, nice. Thanks for that. We'll leave that there and then come back to this tomorrow. See you later, guys.
Thank you,
guys.
Bye.